All right, y'all. So today we have something, I'm not even gonna say a little, we have something a lot different from what I usually upload. But honestly, this whole channel, the whole point is to upload whatever the fuck I want. So, who really cares? But today we're gonna be reacting slash reading the the Mohamed Light files. And for context, if you don't know Mohamed Light, he's essentially the second best player in Clash Royale after myself, of course. And to get an idea of how good he is, I'm pretty sure at one point he had like 3 to 4 accounts in the top 5, like on the leaderboard. Right, so he really trying to come for that first place spot, but I won't let him. And after this, I think he's cooked. But anyways, he pretty much, well, if the word files are put after your name, you kind of have an idea of what someone did, right? But and of course, innocent until proven guilty. But I feel like when someone makes a whole 14-page document, I think it was, against you, like, oh man, I think you're cooked. I don't know. But from what I do know, apparently the only reason this even came out is because someone had like beef with him, like related to Clash Royale. And I find that kind of funny. Like, not obviously none of this is funny. I mean, no, it's not funny at all. But the idea that like someone is talking to a child and like you don't say anything, but like let's say they BM you, and that's what makes you like bring up the screenshots and evidence. But that's whatever. But it's funny because he had some controversy like earlier in the year, maybe last year, because he said, I don't know if I could say it. I probably shouldn't, but I will. He had said that the dev team, Mohamed Light said this, deserved to get shot in the head. And no comment on that specifically. But right here, I can disagree with this for sure, right? Like this, I don't condone. The other comment, it's kind of crazy too, but we're not gonna speak on that. But anyways, that's a lot of yapping. We're gonna read this, and hopefully, I don't get exposed for being illiterate. All right, so it's been a while since I've been in school, so honestly, give me some grace. But if there's a lot of cuts, just know I'm I'm on my Floyd Mayweather shit. All right. But the Mohamed Light files. Also, if you've been reading ahead this whole time, you're a bitch. Not playing. All right. All screenshots, evidence, and information presented in this document are, to the best of our knowledge, accurate and truthful at the time of publication. Honestly, I'm gonna see if this has been updated on, because I said I want to react to this when I first saw it, and then I forgot about it. So maybe there's been some updates. I'll do a little research after this, but bro, we've been talking for too long. Anyways, we made every effort to ensure the integrity of the content shared herein. Also, I don't got context in, so I promise if I'm stuttering and like slowing down, bro, whatever, I don't care. Y'all can't judge me, all right? Y'all can't make me feel dumb, okay? Stop doing that, all right? Anyways, bro is arguing with himself. All right. Mohamed Tariq El, you got that? Widely known as Mohamed Light, is a 21-year-old Egyptian professional Clash Royale player, only second to Moogs, whose dominance and competitive achievements have earned him the admiration of countless countless fans worldwide. Many are only aware of his skill. Oh my god. All right, new challenge. Try to read without exposing yourself as a dumbass. Many are only aware of his skill and gameplay, yet very few know what goes on behind the scenes. All right. For years, serious allegations of years. What do you mean years? For years, serious allegations of grooming and misconduct have circulated throughout the Clash Royale scene, yet they were frequently dismissed as baseless because the relevant evidence was obfuscated. All right, that's how you say it. I don't know. From the public, this lack of transparency allowed narratives to persist where accusations seem like baseless rumors, primarily because Light selectively hid incriminating information from his closest friends. Wow, are you trying to tell me he wasn't verbal about his crimes? That's actually crazy. But hey, let me just say this right now. If you're new to the channel, which everybody is because no one's watching, I'm not the type to ask for like subscribers and whatnot, so I'm gonna do exactly that. But nah, if you do end up fucking with this channel in the long term, just know you will never have to worry about some shit like this, alright? I'm not like the idea that someone can fucking, I don't know, bro. You have all this shit going for you. Like, you literally made hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions off a freaking mobile game, and you decide to fuck with Berserky, bro? Like, I just don't get it. But like I said, if you fuck with the Moogs channel, you don't have to worry about this shit, alright? Like, it's crazy that these days that you can't subscribe without, All right, let's just keep it pushing, bro. Our goal in this document is to break the mold of speculation by providing concrete evidence that has been missing for years. We intend to explain the origins of these controversies, show the community the truth that has been hidden beneath the surface, and hold mom and light accountable for actions that have been raining dark for too long. I'm gonna have to speed through this, bro. 16 pages. Oh my gosh. For privacy, we will have to refer to the victim as H, and her name will be redacted in all screenshots. Yo, it's like a SCP Foundation. Not playing. Wait, screenshots? I don't want to see screenshots. Anyways, H is currently, we're gonna say Helen. Helen is currently, now we're gonna say H. Now that we're talking about it, we gotta be like serious. All right, guys, best behavior. All right. H is currently a 17-year-old girl who first met Light when she was rough. Oh my god. Oh my god. when she was roughly 13 years of age, him being 7. Okay, actually, that's still terrible. Never mind. But I thought he was like 21 at the time, and then, I don't know why I assume he's like old as hell. Anyway, despite this 4 years age gap, the two became close friends. Weirdo. Hold on. Let me think about this. 2-year age gap. So I'm Unk. That means not 2 years, sorry. 4 year. If I'm Unk, 4 years ago I was X. And that means he's hanging around like, nah, that's just crazy, bro. Despite the two became close friends over the years, something that drew online speculation. Okay, pause, but I'm not giving like anybody who's on this type of timing tips. But if you're friends with someone 4 years younger than you, 13 years old, and you're 17, why would you even like have that be? Actually, no, yes. If you do that, you should be very public about it. You should tell everybody, and you should be very, very open about everything you do. All right, they're gonna fall for that one. Trust. Anyways, particularly given the two were known to spend long hours together in private calls. Oh my god. However, H has consistently stated that she had never had romantic feelings for Light, nor attempted to lead him on in any way. Bro, you're the 12-year-old. Why are you saying that? Oh my god. These accusations had largely died down over time as no concrete evidence of misconduct had ever surfaced to support them. About the authors, I don't care, bro. If this is like irrelevant, I'm cutting this shit out. We are a group of 3 individuals who are all friends with H. Hold on. Isn't that a little whatever, bro? And have held long-standing concerns about Light's behaviors toward her. All right, you know what? Benefit of the doubt. I don't know. I just don't see how people are friends with people a lot younger than them. But it's whatever. Our primary concern is H's well-being, and it is what has driven us to put this document together. We wish to show the public the injustice Light has done as of recent times, as well as raise awareness towards the kind of person many Clash Royale players and content creators have presented unanimous and unwavering support towards all these years. Right? Essentially, what they're saying is all that love and support you gave Mom and Light. Give it to me, man. Like, come on. Like, I'm just as good at the game. I don't touch kids. Like, what else do you need? All right. We are not only the people aware of these situations. We're not the only people aware of these situations. Many of Light and H's mutual friends have known about these events for quite some time now, but have had to stay silent. That's weird. This is to no fault of their own, as all of them possess conflicting interests, professional relations with Light that prevent them from speaking out. Okay, let me just tell you right now, that is called an excuse. Like, I don't know how people can rationalize this. Like, bro, I don't care if my boss is paying me X, Y, and Z amount of money. If my boss is diddling kids, I'm snitching on them, all right? And I'm going to try to profit off it too, but if I can't, I'm still going to snitch. Because, like, that is the profit, you feel me? And I'm not trying to be like Captain Save. Okay, I'm going to say Captain Save a Ho in this scenario. And I'm not trying to be some virtue signaling ass nigga, but, like, professional, like, what? Unless you signed something. But even then, bro, if you signed something that says you can't, whatever, NDA, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like the idea of selling your soul. You feel me? Like, at what point does the professional relations and whatever overwrite what the fuck is just like right versus wrong? You feel me? Anyways, as for us 3, we have remained silent for this long purely out of respect for H's wishes. Nah, it's cause he ain't BM you yet. That's what it was. Nah, I don't know. Like I said, the person before I read any of this, so maybe I'm biased since I have like a preconceived notion, but someone said that this is only coming out because of like some beef. regarding Clash Royale, which I know I said BMing, but like honestly, it probably like whether it's like contracts or like money talks or whatever. But it feels like that's why this is coming out, and that's why they're kind of falling back, talking about like, oh yeah, we can't. People couldn't speak out because of professional relationships, or we can't speak out because of respect for H. But it's like, bro, like I have a younger sibling, and if they ever were like in a relation that they shouldn't have been, and like I know it's gonna hurt them to end it, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. That shit's getting cut off because ultimately, like, it's like rip the band-aid off or like stop. Nah, that's whatever, bro. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. We got like a lot to go through. So as for despite everything, H and L or yeah, H and Light, we're gonna call him Mo. Cause when I think of Light, I think of Death Note, and like my nigga Kira got some aura. I don't want to mess up his aura. You feel me? Despite that, H and Mo share a close bond, and she has asked us on multiple occasions to stay quiet. Not wanting to see things end badly for someone she considers her best friend. We have honored this request until now. He started BMing us. I couldn't stand for it. However, recent events made it impossible for us to continue standing by Light while I can read, I promise. Standing by while Light faces no accountability for his action. This is no longer something we're able to stay quiet about in good conscience. Yeah, I can't wait to look at the freaking. I can't wait to look after at like the real details, like who these people are, because I want to know if these guys are really just waiting. Oh my god, y'all see the screenshot. Anyways, this is a good time to plug the Discord. Join the Discord. Nobody really be talking in that hell. I be getting left on open in my own Discord. That's like negative motion, but that's fine. It's fine. But like I said, if you join the Discord, chances are you won't be groomed. At least you won't be groomed by me. And yeah, it's gonna be a good deal. Unless you're like, actually, I don't know. If you're like really young, I don't know if I'd join that hell. Not because you're gonna get groomed, but because like, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't have put a but after that sentence. But anyways, H and Light's friendship, while outwardly normal for years, began to shift in 2025. The following sections detail the progression of events that brought us to where we are today, prior to November 2025. Around April 2025, Light began sending messages to H, which she found deeply uncomfortable. He would call her... Oh man, this is actually... I'm already knowing it's going to be harder and harder to make jokes as this shit goes on, bruh. He would call her cutie, express that long travel would be worth it just to see her, and make remarks that crossed the line of platonic friendship. H made clear to him that his behavior was making her uncomfortable, yet the flirting persisted. Around this time... Yo, stop gooning, y'all. I'm so serious, bruh. Gooning really destroy niggas. Like, we gonna get into it later. No, some other day. Some other day when we're gonna be yapping, but we're gonna do this for now. Around this time, Light has also begun sending her unsolicited gifts. Okay, I thought that was like code word. Including headphones, clothes, and chocolates. At the time, H was 16 years old. Alright. Good night. Even though a child takes ages, that's the bro, it's like, I'm not saying I wish they had better, whatever, but why the fuck do these type of people, as in PDFs, alright? that means nothing else, but why do these type of people have the worst fucking raise? Like, I'm not saying they should... Never mind. I swear I had no bad intentions towards you. I just speak the truth, and I like you a lot, so it is torture. Yo, at this point, why is this not... Alright, and if you're a kid listening to this, bro, look, if you ever get groomed, it's not your fault. But don't be a fucking dumbass. Like, no offense, but like, nigga, I remember when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, I wasn't, like, I don't know, like, if it was because I grew up, like, on the internet real young, but these little niggas that, I wasn't having game ran on me. Like, all these kids who get taken advantage of on Roblox, like, I was on Roblox thugging, you know what I'm saying? Like, them boys cannot do this to me. I'm sorry. Like, if I was to see this, I'm taking a screenshot and I'm threatening him. If he doesn't freaking pay me every month, he's getting exposed. And then, like, once I have a certain amount of money, yeah, bro, you're gone. Anyways, private messages from Light, because the thing is, like, she has screenshots. But it says yesterday. Yeah, exactly. So there's a screenshot that says yesterday. So that means this entire, like, she was essentially building a RICO case on him. Which, honestly, that's what you should do. If you're in, bro, I'm fucking yapping too much. We got 16 pages, bro. Private messages from Light. It was like you left me. It was like if you let me flirt with you, then it temporarily I'm good off that. 25 Clash Royale. What is that? Oh, league. Prior to 2025 CRL World Finals, both H and Mo were planning on attending DreamHack event in Atlanta, Georgia, where all the niggas be at. Not playing. Light was attending as a world finalist, and H wished to go and visit to meet her friends for the first time. It should be known that, contrary to some rumors, Light did not fly H out to the event, nor did they share any rooms together. H then reached out to her and Light's mutual friend for support on the matter, and what she discovered was deeply troubling. In which H was the one who had pursued him romantically, and he was the one who did not reciprocate. So essentially, that boy, he been planning on this from the start. This was a deliberate inversion of the truth, and it held for as long as it did because H, out of respect for the friendship, never dared to contradict it. just lock in, y'all. Honestly, bro, if you ever think you could ever have anything like this and be in a situation like this as a child, or really as an adult, even just someone take advantage of you like this, honestly, bro, just cut off the source, bro. Delete Discord, delete fucking Reddit, delete any of those weird nigga, delete YouTube, bro. Actually, delete everything but YouTube and subscribe to me. That's what you should do. Alright. But like seriously, like I truly believe that like growing up, you always hear like it be them damn phones, but it really is. When confronted by friends about the messages he had sent her, Light selectively hid the most incriminating ones, only revealing the one them under pressure. Even then, he left out key messages entirely, including ones in which he expressed that traveling to the U.S. would be worth it, specifically because H would be there. Holy shit, my mouth is dry. But his friends, including those who had been close to both him and H, had believed this version of events for a year before truth came to light. It was also during this period, in the lead up to the Atlanta event, that Light had confessed his romantic feelings to each other. He accepted it and he told me that he didn't want to talk to me. I'm guessing this age, that he didn't talk to me anymore. And it hurts too bad. And a few days later, shit was back to normal. Then he started saying flirty shit. I don't know why, but I was so thrown off by her cussing. But I just imagine this is like a child. He's saying flirty shit. I told him it made me uncomfortable. He stopped for a bit and it started again. Dude, fuck. I always thought it was the opposite. You flirting him and not giving traction. No, that's not what happened. Oh, that's not what happened. That's crazy. The way he told everything, he never showed that was okay. I never flirted with him. I've never seen him that way. Bro is chopped. And I can make them jokes now because he's a fucking weirdo. Now, I mean, like, I guess it's still alleged, but like, am I gonna get fucking sued? Or is this? Hold on, I just realized, am I doxing myself? Is there anything on the screen? Alright, I'm smooth. Alright, I saw the one where it was like, hopefully the next one in USA because you're there, something like that. But I didn't know that behavior was frequent, I guess. I kind of considered it harassment from like 2 to 3 messages that got ignored. Damn. It got frequent nearing. Jesus. It got frequent nearing in Atlanta, like the 1 or 2 weeks before. Really was. Should I put on voice? No, it's not the time. Really, was it just stuff like that? Yeah. What he said before, like, can't wait to meet you, and he would emphasize it, and he would randomly call me pretty. And he's trying to explain stuff to me, and I hear this, and it seems like he basically half lied about everything, lol. Oh yeah, see, I made the same mistake. I ain't gonna cap. Oh, does he want to portray himself better or something? No, it's almost like he doesn't want to seem like a fucking pedophile. But anyways, can I say that word? I don't even care. I'm not even sure. He was embarrassed to show the USA messages, and then just conveniently left this all out. He said things like that quite a bit, which is just frustrating because he said he was done lying. Never really discussed this with anyone. I don't know how to feel. Chat, you know what's so crazy, chat? I live life with so little cares because I don't do shit like this. It's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the nicest person. I'm not like a freaking saint or anything, but like me being a little asshole is different from shit like this. Like, I don't ever have to worry about getting exposed. I don't have to worry about like watching over my back. I don't have to worry about ops. I don't have to worry about beefs because like I just live life, and it's like bro, don't give people a reason to not prey on your downfall, but to make your downfall. Essentially, he did it to himself. That's what I'm saying. This dude did it to himself. Like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm just glad I'm normal, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, y'all gonna realize I'm not like a YouTuber, bro. I'm just a nigga who posts on YouTube. Like, I will never be able to relate to this. I'll never be able to like be at a point where this internet behavior makes sense. Yeah, see, damn, he left all this explanation. That's all this out the explanation, but he was kind of always like that. He didn't show that one thing as well. LMAO. Someone told me that he framed it like I was the one flirting with him. The thing is, you would say it would be nice because you're there. He kept it out, and he was not receptive. And then we pressed him to show, and he showed it. I don't feel like looking for the secret measures, but he would be like, "This person desired to meet me specifically," and I feel like that was kind of off because like I have a bunch of friends who are going to another discussion. Same friend about how I would depict scenario based. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you are literally. Yeah, you are literally harassing her. So just let go, Riley. Oh, is this like Riley? Directly telling. I don't know if this is a Riley. I don't know. Riley's like another pro player. He's not as good as me though, but like you feel me. We're still joking, huh? Anyways, at the World Final itself, little contact. Wait, bro. I'm not gonna cap. If I ever have to say this to a friend, they're not my friend. I'm gonna keep it a band. You're literally harassing her. Just actually, nah. I'm not gonna say that. Actually, I will. But actually, that's the thing. That's another thing. Same way I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about my friends doing this shit. I don't have to worry about the people I associate getting into these things. Because either I don't really associate with too many people. Nigga, I just stay at home and fucking play Brawl Stars and, goon. Not playing. Actually, never mind. No, I am playing. But, whatever. But, like, I don't have to worry about these things because I just surround myself with people with, like, a fucking, not even like a fucking, the right head on their shoulders. They have that, but just not losers. Like, I don't get it. I don't know, bro. I'm not saying guilty by association, but like at this point, when you're having to tell your homeboy that he's harassing somebody, a child, a minor, you're weird too. I don't care. I'll stand on that. Wait, is this actually Riley though? Oh well, I'm not getting that collab. Anyways, the two following event. Wait, did I already read that? Oh, I think World Final, little contact was made between them. She was reluctant to spend time with him, given his behavior towards her in the months prior. Following the events, little contact was made between them, and she was reluctant to spend time with him, given his behavior towards her in the months prior. I think I just read that. Never mind, dyslexia, whatever. Following the event, H cut off contact with Light, having been advised by her close friends to do so. And hey, if you're in a similar situation, this is your sign. Please do so as well. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm a freaking Dr. Phil in this hell. But anyways, after roughly a month in December 2025, the two reconciled and resumed their friendship. Man. What is this, like Stockholm Syndrome, bro? Like, is Stockholm like a really bad place? Why is it called Stockholm? Never mind, bro. Things remain quiet until... Is this... Come on, bro. You really want to beef with me? You really don't think I know about the stuff you done after the world last year in the past? Keep going and see what happens. Oh, shit. Actually, gotta blur that. Hold on, though. Hold on. Oh, okay. This is what they mean by, like, he already know. He knew what was going on. Can I read these? Alright, you know what? I'm cool. Actually, I'm gonna log in later. Actually, I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Video detail. Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all should like this video. Anyways. Things remain quiet until separate controversy, yada, 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 stemming from Twitter. Also, moves in editing. Remember to blur out your emails. Alright. On Twitter, stemming from the Heisenberg. Also, why did you just go back and check if I did? Weirdo. Not fine. Emerged on Twitter, stemming from the Heisenberg wind trading allegations. Again, blur out. It's not even there. Second best. Yo. Brawl Stars? Anyways, 3.0 finish of all time. Shout out to the dudes I've been beating for 3 years straight up in the same matchup. I don't even know. At that scandal gained kind of traction online, older grooming allegations of Light began resurfacing and circulating widely. Allegations of grooming and predatory behavior surged through the prior to the release of this document. No concrete evidence has been made public. Light's response was to aggressively block anyone that interacted with either the wind trading or pedophilia allegations. Not only that, he lashed out at H herself, blaming her directly for confiding her friends. We're fucking mad. Which he believed he contributed to the resurgence of the allegations. No, you contributed. Like, bro, I don't have to worry about getting accused of trying to crack dolphins because I don't fucking crack dolphins. You know what I'm saying? I don't even get close to it. All right. And if there's something I never want to be associated with, I never even get close to it. This is why I be like, don't goon, bro. Because what you be paying attention to, it becomes like your whole world. I don't know how to explain it, but like I don't know, bro. So I guess this dude was paying attention to little girls, and then here we are, little girls and wind trading. The big two sins. Don't do anything for me. I don't need it. I will be doing shit if necessary. You already fucked things up, leaking shit about me to bums. Nigga, you're a bum. You're a bum, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not like some tough guy ass nigga, but these are the niggas who really like. We're not even gonna get into that. I don't need your damn help or anything to go there and leak more shit to retard. Oops. Fuck is wrong with you, honestly? Just disappointment after disappointment. Holy shit. Is he delusional or is he just crashing and burning? Oh my god. Fuck. Whatever, bro. I'm not even. Like cussing out H, blaming her for the entire situation. H specifies that she would be willing to stick up for him and deny the accusations made in an effort to save him. With Light blaming her and calling her a disappointment for telling her friends about the things he would say to her. Yeah. The dude who was. Yeah, bro. Fuck. I need to hurry up. This was despite H having previously offered to defend him publicly in an effort to protect him. This can be seen in her statement. I would be doing shit if necessary. Additionally, he had confided to one of the offers previously, privately, that she would be willing to say she faked it off for attention if the truth came out. Rather than showing any gratitude or remorse, Light called her a disappointment for confiding in the people closest to her. Yeah, I can't wait. When I have a child, I need to do everything. I'm not finna get married, never mind. But if y'all have kids, bro, make sure you do everything to make sure that they don't get influenced, bro. Like, that's how, I don't know, man. I don't know why a fucking chud is trying to give life advice right now. Actually, you know what? Because I'm not, I might be a chud, but I'm not a fucking pedo. Pedo. Anyways, see, I'm just such not a, never mind, bro. The evidence presented in the document paints a clear picture of pattern or a picture of a pattern of behavior that has gone unaddressed for far too long. Mohamed Light is not simply someone who has developed feelings for a friend. He was someone who has pursued a minor persistently after being told the behavior was unwanted, fabricated a false narrative to his closest friends to protect his reputation, sent unsolicited gifts as a means of establishing emotional leverage, and when faced with the consequences of his own action, turned on the very person he claimed to care about, calling her disappointment for confiding in her friends about what I swear I have not read this far. I'm sorry, I need to stop stopping. Confiding in her friends about what he had done to her. H did not ask for any of this. She did not spend years navigating an increasingly uncomfortable dynamic while simultaneously protecting the person responsible for it. Note to readers. To the competitive scene in the wider Clash Royale community, you have supported the Mohamed Light's competitor and as a public figure for years. You deserve to know who you have been supporting. The achievements and accolades are a testament to his Clash Royale skill, but they do not excuse his unacceptable behavior as a person and a human being, and they should not shield him from accountability. Pretty much. To Supercell, this document constitutes a call for action. This behavior is documented here as follows. Persistent romantic pursuit and emotional harassment. We already know. The behavior stand in direct contradiction to Supercell's core values and community standards. It is the author's firm belief that an individual with a documented history of grooming and harassment towards a minor has no place representing the face of competitive Clash Royale. And I agree. That's why I will become the new face of Clash Royale. Because I don't touch kids and I do. Let me pick my next words very carefully. And I do go crazy with Berserker in the arena, as in Room Giant. You know what? Berserker deck coming soon. All right, that's the next Clash video. Anyways, a final note: this document deliberately blah 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 blah. Amidst several other allegations that have circulated publicly regarding Mo, including but not limited to wind trading, romantic infidelity, and unsportsmanlike conduct at CRL. This is a conscious decision. In the case of wind trading, sufficient information is already publicly available for those who wish to draw their own conclusion. In the case of other allegations, the author determined that publishing them would require exposing the personal affairs of uninvolved parties, which is something we're not willing to do. Finally, wait, what are the other ones? Romantic? So you'd be cheating? I guess. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I would never cheat moving forward in my life, but like, yo, like, is it really the internet's business? Actually, we don't give a fuck. Finally, who, with regards to unsportsmanlike competitive behavior, insufficient evidence is available to substantiate these claims. The standard that this document holds us up to. Anyways, yeah. The sole purpose of this document is to ensure that Mohamed Light faces accountability for his treatment of H. We have confined ourselves strictly to revealing solely what we believe the public has a right to know. Disclaimer: the following subsections, personal statements, represent personal opinions, and so personal, whatever, that offered as additional context should be read as such. So this is evidence, this is opinions, alright? Do I give my opinions first or read these? I'm gonna read these. So Matt 2 KKK. I have known H for close to 4 years. We grew particularly close towards the end of 2024, and for a period of time, she's my closest friend. I first learned about this situation in November 2025 during a private, heart-to-heart conversation with H. My immediate reaction was one of pure disgust, but I chose not to act because of H explicitly urged me to stay silent. And I'll say, like, in this case, I guess it kind of worked out, but I will say, bro, if you ever find yourself in a similar position, do what you know to be right. And don't deliberate and don't rationalize. Like, I understand he didn't want to, like, his friend, but like, what happens if something did happen physically or something did happen, like some traumatic experience, just because he didn't want to reach out, you know? Especially because, like, I always be thinking, like, dang, why didn't that person say anything? So it's like, I feel like me especially, I have not even like a duty, but like, I feel like I have to. If I was in a similar situation, I guess say something, but whatever. At the time, she still considered Mo her best friend. I guess it is some like Stockholm syndrome shit. It was not ready for the public fallout the world would follow. I honored her request for the past 7 months because her well-being was primary concern above everybody else. Which again, if her well-being is their primary concern, I understand, like, they're probably like in different countries, but like, it's just, it's like your friend is in the middle of like being addicted to something, and you know it's wrong, but you also know he's gonna crash out when you take it away from him. At a certain point, you have to step in and do something at the very least, otherwise he'll just end up destroying himself. So what's the point of not saying nothing if you want what's best for him? You feel me? Anyways, she still had a soft spot for Mo and asked him multiplication to stay quiet because she didn't want to see things unravel for him. I also knew how much the existing online rumors already affected her. The people who post pictures of her face online, make up stories about her, fuck you, you're disgusting. I was gonna like go and like look, because, you know, I'm just curious. I just want to see like who these people are, like the people who posted this, yada yada yada. But I'm definitely not gonna do that like on camera. But yeah, after this, I'm gonna see if I can find like any follow up. If there's nothing, the video's gonna end. Anyways, I refuse to be one of the people who opened a can of worms that would force her to endure even more public scrutiny because she was ready. She's still a child, and I still want to be considered as possible. I've known her for also earlier in the video, I was like, the people who made this, they're probably like low key fucked up because they knew everything and didn't say anything, and they're only saying it because they have beef with him or because I think that was about this. I think this is the dude who that applies to, which is like low key weird that someone has to talk shit to you for you to even consider exposing the fact that they like little kids. Just because obviously you don't have a problem with them liking little kids if it takes them fucking disrespecting you. But I don't think that applies to these guys, honestly. At the very least, like, I can't just sit here and say like, nah, y'all should have. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like it's nuanced and they were lucky. I don't know about lucky, but who gives a fuck, bro? Shut up. However, my stance changed. Wait, where am I? I've known her for so long. I care for her like a sister, and her emotional safety meant more to me than satisfying my own desire for immediate justice. I can understand that. And you know, at the end of the day, people are human too. So like, even if you should speak up about something, like, bro, you don't want to. It's the same. Never mind, bro. Y'all get it. Fucking yapping. However, my stance changed in June 2026, since Mo lashed out at her with verbal abuse, calling her disappointment and a retard. I really don't know if I'm allowed to say this word, but hey, it is what it is. She was willing to take the fall to protect him. Made it impossible for me to just stand there and watch. Before all this, I thought of Mo the way most people in this community do. He was a golden boy of Clash Royale after Moogs, of course. We weren't that close, but we were close enough to consider each other friends. I even spent time with him in person at the World Finals 2025. I had no reason to think poorly of him. To Mo, how could you? I can never imagine myself doing this to any girl, much less H. Facts. One of the sweetest and most kind people I'm discussing. Also, like any girl who's a minor. But I'm disgusted with you and your actions. I hope you get what you deserve. I think you already know everything I want to say to you. I hope things go well for you from here. I hope things go well for you from here on out. Here's something I just realized. They haven't said anything that, like, I understand they explained that he made it seem like she was the one pursuing him, but what happened after she exposed that he wasn't? That's when he went to her and called her a retard, I guess. Man, maybe I should have been paying attention to like the timeline. To the Clash Royale community, I would like to apologize for the delay in this release of this document. Releasing something of this magnitude required us to consider several factors that were not easy to balance. Alright, see, look, I stand corrected. Alright, I just thought about it. I have no idea what the fuck has to go into this, because you gotta think legal reasons, like, you know, everything's, I guess, alleged until proven guilty or whatever, some bullshit like that. So yeah, I don't know what all goes into something of this type of whatever. And honestly, like, if I was in a similar situation, I'd probably end up like making this person's exposed video and then fucking getting sued to the ground. So at least this exists. Alright. I'm learning the names in this document, choosing to review ourselves as author, and whether or not we would release the files at all were all choices we had to weigh very carefully. I still think the fact that they're called like the X files, the Mohamed Life files, is a little funny, but anyways, very carefully, as these choices would affect their careers and lives of many people who I'm extremely close to. This community has no place, but in my mind, something like that, it'll always be for the better. Also, did I miss one of the authors? This is author 1. That's whatever. This community has no place for someone like Mohamed Light. I hope that justice will be served. Facts. Baby Nate. Hold on. Is Baby Nate this dude? If so, Baby Nate, or is he this dude? If so, because look, here's what I'm saying. You may say, okay, I know I just said, yeah, there's a lot of shit that goes into like, you know, exposing someone in this way, but if he was willing to do it because he was talking shit, obviously it has nothing to do with. I'm on to you. I don't know if that's the same person, though, to be honest. I met H around the same time as Mohamed Light, so around 5. Okay, how are these people meeting 13-year-olds? That's my question. Whatever, bro. Like, I only used Discord. Like, I downloaded Discord maybe like last year for the first time. It's like into my adulthood, and like I've only used it like in the way these people use it for like a few weeks when I made my own. But like, is Discord really that like easy to get groomed, bro? Shit. Anyways, if you don't want to get groomed, then you want to talk to people on Discord, you know, play games like Clash, Roblox, whatever, join the Discord. Link in the description. Anyways, shameless plug. No, that was actually shameless plug. I actually apologize. That was terrible. But I never believed them as no. I always started to hear rumors as such as 2023, 24. Never believed them. I always seemed innocent. It would be hard to believe you would be capable of such things. I learned about who he really was started 2026. I'm always speaking through this because I really don't care anymore. Like about what these dudes have to say, especially Baby Nate, just in case he is this guy. This is not excuse me for what I have said to him regarding the beef we had. Oh, so it was him. Never mind, bro. This is not excuse me for what I've said to him regarding the beef we had about the win trade, but this goes way beyond that. Let me guess, he said something racist. Anyways, Mohamed was never like this towards me from the time we were friends, so it's hard to believe during the time he would act like this. He has done a lot for me, no doubt, and I'll be grateful for that, but it does not mean I'll be a yes man, do whatever he wants. No one has a god complex. You are not untouchable. It's time to learn with the consequence. My bad. To learn what the consequences of your actions are. What? It's time to learn what the consequences. Oh my god, consequences are for your actions. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I might title this fucking reading challenge. I know by speaking out, maybe people will disassociate themselves from me, but it doesn't matter, bro. Never mind, bro. No matter how much accomplishment Mo Maybe it is not excuse his behavior recently or how he called these allegations BS or fabricated. For those who did know what he did before, for those who did know what he did way before I did, how could you? What the fuck? I'll admit it was a tough pill for me to swallow considering all the talks and memories I have with Mo, but it begs the question: how could someone like Mo become what I thought would never be possible? I'm telling you, bro, it's about what you do and it's about what you it's about what you spend your time thinking and doing, bro. Like if I spend all my time fucking being a negative Nancy and being like, oh man, the world sucks, X, Y, and Z, then I'm gonna look at the world and I'm gonna just be a pessimist. I'm gonna be a pessimistic person. If I spend all my time thinking that like I can do whatever I want, I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to, I can achieve whatever it might be, all right, then it's gonna get done because that's what my world has become. Like, perceptions, reality, all that good stuff. What they be saying in the Matrix? Like, there is no spoon. But at the same time, there is a spoon if you want there to be. You feel me? All right, yeah, now I am truly yapping. I think we lost the plot. But yeah, the way this happens is everything is like a snowball. All right? Becoming a good person isn't something that happens overnight. Becoming a bad person isn't something that happens overnight. It's an everyday thing. If you fucked up yesterday, do better today. If you did better today, don't fuck up yesterday. Or if you do better today, don't fuck up tomorrow. Because just because you do good today don't mean you can do good or you can't do wrong tomorrow. And that's kind of what happened here. How could someone like Mo become what I thought would never be possible? It's because the same way you're never too fucked up, at least in my opinion. It's some nuance, but the same way, I believe more or less you can always be fucking, not fucking, but like you can always be redeemed. You can redeem yourself. You can also lose that redemption. It's a daily thing, bro. It's a daily thing, day by day. Anyways, I had truly planned to drop this entirely after making a tweet apologizing, trying to move on, making a video for my own closure, but fortunately that did not happen. You try to guilt trip H after trying to guilt trip me, and it worked on my end. H is still a minor to this day. Oh my god, and she doesn't know what's right or wrong. Actually willing to defend you still after what you did to her, and you call yourself humble. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if H has like the craziest, like she's just a crazy nice person or the craziest Stockholm syndrome, but man, like I don't even know, bruh. I'm not even that caring for people who like I I fuck with. Like it could be my best friend. Like if that dude eats my leftovers out the fridge, he's dead to me. Not playing. But like she's really fighting for this dude, and she's crazy, bro. Anyways, at the end of the day, you chose to lash out on me, say all these vulgar things to me because you bad influencers, yada yada. Call me a fake MF and motherfucking fake MF. Never be friends again. Saying I'm jealous if you only talk to you because you're a good player, a shit friend, and calling you a curse. I still wish at the end of things because things could have been better. As far I feel remorse. Talk to other behind my back. I reported you over winter and you like me. Wait, and you want to be a bit? Yeah. No one buys like. Hold on. So yeah, this just confirms this is the same dude. Anyways, no one buys like you, dummy. No one asks you to reply. Thank your boyfriend Heath for this. And anyway, I was about to put an accent on, but no, bro. I did see some people using this as an excuse to be racist. I just gotta say, like, I don't think racism is as bad as this. Eh, I think anything could be as bad as anything. Let's say that. But at his like let's say base level, all right, base level, like it's fucking power scaling. Anyways, let's say like I don't think racism is compared to this at all. But I see people who are in the comments and they're just being racist, all right, and it's kind of like it's like let's say that this whole freaking controversy was because Mohamed Light was very racist. He was saying like hard R DMs, or he was talking about like a certain country or cost. Never mind. All right, let's say he was being very racist, and then let's say the people in the comments, because like now he's been proven to be a bad person, they respond by, "Yo, you're a X, Y, and Z. You're a X, Y," like being racist towards him. It's like, okay, so if we're getting onto him in this case, PDF, but like whatever, if we're getting onto somebody for being a bad person, does it really make sense to like then? Like, I'm not saying insult them, but be racist and insult them. Like if I start making freaking Muslim jokes about this dude, while also trying to act like he's a bad person, which he is. What does that make me? It's just two wrongs. You feel me? I'm not, obviously this is like common fucking sense, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like some people think they're good people, but like they're only conditionally good people. Like, yeah, I'm good to people who are good to me. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying he deserves any type of like grace. I'm just saying, like, you have now made yourself in the wrong by being racist while trying to like make fun of him. And also, my next question is like, do you actually care about what's going on, or do you just want to be racist, or do you just see an excuse to be racist? You feel me? Also, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not like saying I'm freaking in the streets protesting and shit. I'm just saying, like, this shit's weird, bro. It's just weird as fuck, and like, it's low key. I didn't see that many people talk about it, and it came out like a little bit ago, and I haven't heard any updates. So, like, yeah, I know this video is kind of like content, and there's that whole can of worms, but I don't know. At least I'm not gonna be a fence sitter. I mean, there's really no fence to sit on. It's fucking pedophilia, you know. Anyways, let's keep going. You told me on everything. I was gonna put an accent on that. That's why I got on a little rant. On everything I love. Nobody's telling me what to say. Yet in your deleted PR tweet, you claim you cut off those bad influences. I thought everything you told me in those replies are all of you. A week later, you quickly deleted that tweet. I'll keep saying it, but it's just sad. Things have to be this way. We had way more than a friendship. Hey, yo, not playing. You'll probably never see it like that, but it was all for a cheater, which you ended up cutting ties with anyways. You're an absolute bro. I want to know what he said now, cause look, if he said something so crazy, oh, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely know what he said, and it probably, it's really deep in the bag of insults. All right, bro, that was kind of corny and stupid, but yeah, he probably just said the F slur. You are absolutely F, my bad. Well played defending him. That's what WP means. Saying all that shit for what? You switched up on me first and you're upset I'm reacting. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I'm not even gonna expose myself. But if you are if you're accusing someone of switching up on you, you probably shouldn't tell them a slur. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably shouldn't give them the ability to expose you. Or maybe you should just not say slurs in the first place. Like I said, if I don't want to be worried about being the pedo, I just won't do it. You know what I'm saying? That said, like, there's some shit that, like, I will not give a fuck if I was to get exposed about. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in the right for doing it. This is not me admitting to saying slurs, by the way. I just realized how that came off. But I'm just saying, like, this is dumb. If you know someone doesn't fuck with you no more, do not give them ammo. Or if you don't want to be in this position, like I said in the first place, don't give them ammo at all. Don't be a good person, bro. Lock the fuck in, all right, nigga. That's it. Just play Clash, all right, or play Brawl. Fuck Clash. This is what Clash does to you. I honestly, wait, what is this? Really want to win? I don't even care. I honestly shouldn't even cover up when you called me. I switched up on you because yeah, that's what I'm saying. You question our friendship because you went at me first saying stupid shit about me. I admit we could have handled this way better, but you had Heisenberg. I ain't gonna say nothing. Whisper shit in your ear and let him influence you. He influenced you, huh? Not playing. You could have gone to my DMs after I reported you, but no, you clearly felt some sort of way and only waited to elicit a response from me to get mad at me all of a sudden. Or suddenly. People's true colors appear at moments like these. And niggas get exposed and they turn to fucking Aristotle, bro. They turn to fucking John the Baptist when they get exposed. You're definitely right when people's true colors appear. Ironic. We aren't even going to talk about when I told you how I felt. You just replied with a voice note calling me a clown, deadass, LMAO. Continue to curse me out and say not very humbling things, to be frank. Does anybody actually use the term "to be frank" unironically? Like, I feel like he's using it right now because it's like a professional document, but like, who the fuck is Frank? You know? Anyways, Nate is a fake ass MF. It's okay. I won't be friends with him. Again, he's a piece of shit. You were humble at one point when I knew you. I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. I'm happy to see that you finally cut out those bad influences, but at a cost, I guess. I wish maybe I knew so I could have talked to you more. Maybe things could have been different, but in the end, God always has a plan for anybody, for everyone. Apparently, Capitalize that. Apparently, you also told someone he bit the hand that fed him. Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. Also, bro, like this is what the Bible calls the pride before the fall. Since he wants to bring up God, like he bit the hand that fed him, bro. Once you start thinking you above certain shit, that's when you just get you open the doors to the shit you think you're above, you know. But like he thinks he's above not being a pedophile, so he's already low key too far gone. Anyway, you say you want to stay humble, but there are far more non-humbling things you've done that won't be revealed in this document for the sake of other parties not wanting to be involved. Even after writing all this, why do I still believe that you can potentially change? Fuck no. Actually, like I said, I do think the same way. I don't know, man. Like the same way I think I'm so locked in, quote unquote, and I would never be like this, which I won't. Like I still could fall. I still could, get prideful to a certain point. My last video got like what 8 views. Like man, I think I'm the next Mr. Beast. But anyways, like, I could let the pride get to my head and then fucking fall in some way, shape, or form. Not like I said, not in this way. Don't get me wrong. You will never have to worry about no allegations like this when you follow the Moves channel, alright? But I think anybody can fall even if they're whatever locked in. Like for example, I was trying to post every day damn near, and I didn't post for 2 weeks. But in the same vein, I can, bro, whatever. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. If you don't, I'm not trying to say anything anyways. But I don't know if you can change. I'm not God. I can't decide that. Anyways, Loki lost where I'm at. Oh, but everyone deserves a second chance, or we could be friends. I guess. Again, this doesn't change that you will probably continue your CR career and be the greatest at it. Bro, that is the crazy part to me. Actually, no, bro. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, he can change. Honestly, I hope he does. Just because I want less people like this to exist in the world. Not because, like, oh man, nobody understands him. But no, I want less people like this, which means either he has to, you know what I'm saying, or he has to change, which do I cut that out? I don't know. Anyways, it's just so disappointing and sad to have things. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't remember. That's nice. Oh yeah, what I was saying was his career though. Nah, nah. I'm just like he flirted with a 16-year-old, and we all know that if he had the opportunity, to do whatever he desired, this just becomes a whole more like a whole bigger fucking thing. Like this wouldn't be some random Clash Royale fucking YouTuber posting it. It'd be goddamn the feds, you know. Anyways, this is great, but it's something you will always have to live with for the rest of your life. But it's just so disappointing and sad. Things had to end this way. But that's how life is. God has a plan for everybody. Apparently, this was for me. That's tragic. To everyone who's reading this, I'm sorry for letting this happen. Just let this be the end. The truth would have eventually been exposed. Facts. The truth always comes out. That's why, like, look, if you ever feel like there's some shit you're hiding in your life, 2 options: get rid of it or confess, and then get rid of it. If you struggle to get rid of it, the best thing is to find someone you can confide in and let them know. Like, bro, honestly, like, look, this is gonna rub someone the wrong way, but bro, if you feel the desire to text people the way Mohamed Light is texting people, but you haven't, bro, I'm not gonna lie, tell somebody. Tell somebody before you end up doing it, because I guarantee you, what's worse than telling somebody that, yeah, I want to text a 13-year-old. Oh, I forgot he was 17. That doesn't matter. But what's worse than telling someone, oh yeah, I want to text a 13-year-old, is actually doing it. All right, that's Moves advice. All right. To everyone who's reading, I'm sorry for letting this happen. Truth always comes to light. Appendix, Light's now deleted PR message. Regarding the Nate situation, I'm disappointed. Also, reading this, I feel like Nate is more sincere than I thought. Again, I can't say whether or not, like, how, like, I don't know, but here's my thing. If he was willing to expose it in this moment, when was this? June 2nd? July. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, this was only last month. And I guess this got released. Okay, I'm pretty sure he released this within a month of this coming out, of this tweet. But like, it still just kind of rubs you the wrong way that like it seems like the straw that broke the camel's back was something that had nothing to do with PDF activity. Anyways, we're on the next situation. I'm disappointed in the way I acted and how I was talking. That is not how I am used. That is not how I am using. But the thing is, like, people just be straight lying. Like, don't get me wrong. One day I'm gonna get exposed, quote unquote, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck. This is the script. I'm gonna be like, yes, I did do this thing, and I am 100% in the wrong, and I've gotten used to living in the wrong, but I have to change. Like, I have to change. This right here, this, oh, I was talking, that's not how I am usually. That's just fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get exposed for saying a certain slur, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah, I'll say it, you know? No, wait, I'm not. Again, this is an example, allegedly. But, like, it's like, I'm not gonna be like, yo, that's something. Like, if I come out and say something crazy racist to somebody, I'm not gonna be like, yo, that's not me at all. I mean, it's not actually. I'm trying to think of something that I actually do that would like be seen the wrong way. I don't know, but I can't just sit there and be like, he's lying. Like, this is a lie. This is why he won't ever change, because he won't accept the fucking truth. All right. The first step to changing. All right, my bad. I'm tweaking out. The first step to changing, you have to be aware. All right, because you cannot be aware, or you cannot make a change without being aware. But if you're aware and you don't make a change, that might be just as bad, bro. Because at that point, you're just obsessed. You're just obsessed with yourself. But I've been under the influences of people whom I have now distanced myself from. You will never see me say that. Actually, you probably let me never say never. All right, because I remember I'm watching them KSI TikToks, and it's like on one hand he's like what's it called? Yo, I hate how YouTubers are all about the money, X, Y, and Z, and then now today he's like, yo, I can't wait to be bigger than Speed and X, you know, all that bullshit. I don't want to be like contradicting myself in 5 years when I'm still posting on this app, assuming I am. Assuming I'm not fucking, whatever. But I've been under the influence of people who have dissed myself, but that being said, we're almost certainly not going to be friends again. Regarding allegations, I'm beginning. They're all fabrications and BS. The aftermath of this incident at least got me to know some people's true colors, some of them being friends. I thought they were my friends anyway. I'll definitely learn. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, the Mohamed Life Files, man. Honestly, I read this, or I was making this video, one, because, controversy, that gets clicks. I'm going to keep it a band. Two, because I was curious. And, like, it's something that on my own, I wouldn't watch. Like, I wouldn't read this by myself. Maybe I would watch someone react to them. But then I was like, you know what? Let me be the person that people watch. But I will say, like, I did start, and like throughout this thing, I was making jokes and stuff. And honestly, like I said, it's because I'm not out in the streets protesting this shit. But at the same time, if I see stupid, I'm gonna call stupid out. You know what I'm saying? If I see disgusting shit, I'm gonna call it out. But it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not making this video on some like cancel Muhammad. Like, actually, you know what? What's gonna happen is gonna happen, bro. My thoughts personally is, I think my thoughts are just kind of the normal thoughts. Like, this shit is weird. I don't like the idea that he can continue his career. I hope Clash Royale is Supercell is doing something to stand against this. Like, Bedlam made a Hitler joke, and he lost his creator code. This dude's fucking, he's trying to, like, come on, bro. Like, Toxic G doesn't have a creator code, and he just cusses. And this dude's doing this, and he's still like, I guess I'm assuming he does. I think he got like suspended after he said he's gonna shoot the dev teams or whatever, which is also kind of crazy. But I wasn't surprised because he's like the golden boy. But this right here, if his Clash Royale career survives this, that shit's just insane. Like, and I'm not saying that out of like jealousy, because like, bro, nigga, I was not catching Muhammad Light. Like, channel wise, at least, like clout wise, obviously skill, we're neck and neck, or I'm better actually. But I wasn't gonna, like, he's not calling, whatever, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is like my honest thoughts. Like, honestly though, I was just about to think, if this dude is able to get away with this, I should start saying and doing the most outlandish shit. You know what I'm saying? Not like this, but like doing whatever I want, being a DJ. Like, if you know Stacks Wapo, kind of like that dude. And if you don't know him, bro, don't go find out. But like, my next thought was like, I don't even want to, bro. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to live without any type of fucking, what's the word? Accountability. Like, this is what happens when nobody is able to hold you accountable. Like you said, a bunch of yes men around them. But regarding, I don't know if I said this, but regarding like Nate or whatever, maybe I spoke too soon. I don't know the nuances behind everything. I'm just an outsider speaking in. So from what I know, Muhammad Light is a weirdo, and Moogs will never do that. So if you want to follow somebody who's like good at games, actually, someone who plays games, who reacts to videos, not like pedophiles usually. It'll probably be like more fun videos. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna react to like some anime shit. If you wanna join a Discord without getting groomed, if you wanna do all these good things, you should fuck with my channel. Um, but you don't got to be honest, because I don't really care. I do. That's a lie. But yeah, that's it.
Alright, so wait, first let me see if alright, nothing doxing, nothing gonna send me to the gulag. But pretty much I did some not digging, I did like 5 seconds of scrolling. And apparently Mohamed did release a response. We're gonna read that real quick. And if I sound a little bit different, honestly, it's cause I'm just over this, bro. Like, one, the fact that there's way more people defending this than I thought is crazy. 2, apparently even the freaking, I saw something about the victim saying like, oh, I'm not a victim or something, which, alright. And 3, I don't know. Like, I was scared. I was like, hold on, am I missing like some crucial context? Like, I understand. Okay, look, she was 16. If he was 13 to 17, 4 years, so 16 and 20. Yeah, fuck no. I thought I was missing something. Fuck no. Alright, it's been a couple weeks now, and honestly, even as I'm writing this, I still really don't know what to say. I've been rewritten this thing, probably rewritten this thing 20 times now. Every time I sat down to write it, I ended up deleting everything. Some versions sounded too defensive. Some sounded like I was just telling people what they wanted to hear. None of them felt right. But after staying quiet for this long, I feel like I owe people a response. The first thing I want to say, I'm about to click off. I really don't. Alright, first thing I want to say, and probably the thing I should have said sooner, that I'm sorry. Okay, buddy. I'm sorry to the friend. Also, another thing that what's the word? Conclusion I came to in the meantime, since the little cut. Bro, the people who posted this, at least the Nate dude, he's a loser too. And obviously, I'm not obviously, but apparently, Mohamed isn't the first whatever in the Clash Royale community, and he probably won't be the last with the way things look like. Cause one, bro did not get in trouble. 2, like, we gonna see. I'm sorry to everyone who's supporting me throughout the. Well, actually, no, I'll skip some. But yeah, the whole community's cooked. There's like 4 other PDFs allegedly, and it's like crazy. And then seeing comments like, "Yo, y'all really tripping about 4-year age gap?" It's like, all right, man, lock them up. Where was I? I'm sorry to the friend that I hurt because of my own immaturity, because I failed to be older and mature person. Friendship. Looking back now, there's moments where I should have known better. There are things I said I shouldn't have said, in situations I should have handled differently. That's on me. Sorry to everyone who supported me throughout the years and felt disappointed by everything that came out. A lot of people believed in me, defended me, and held me to a higher standard. Truth is, I made mistakes. I understand why a lot of people felt let down because of that. There's no excuse for it. I made mistakes and take full responsibility for them. At the same time, I'd be lying if I say I agree with a lot of things that's been said about me over the last couple of weeks. Okay, let's see. Does Mohamed agree with what I said? I've seen people call me. All right. Let's see. This is the only part I care about. I've seen people call me predator, groomer, a lot of other things. Honestly, if all you saw were a handful. If all you saw were a handful of screenshots with no context on timeline, no understanding of the actual relationship, I can understand why some people came to those conclusions. All right, look, I want to give him a chance. So, anybody in the comments who are like, nobody's in the comments, but anybody who might be like, yo, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Look, he understands why I came to this conclusion. All right, if Mohamed understands this, if Mo Light understands this, you should too. Now, I'm gonna hear him out. All right. I'm going to be objective. You got like 2 pages, bro. You got 2 pages to cook. You better lock the fuck down. But that's not who I am, okay? I know a lot of people won't believe me when I say that, and I understand why, but it's the truth. I never had malicious intentions, and before anyone takes that as me trying to excuse my action, that's not what I'm doing. That's what you did, though. Now, here's the thing, right? He had a statement that was exactly like this in one of his other apologies, And I'm pretty sure, did he not do the same thing he apologized for off screen? Or did he not like deny all the allegations and then say something along the lines of this? It's good. I'll just keep reading, man. I never had malicious intentions before anyone takes this. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm mature enough to understand that saying that wasn't my intention doesn't actually make something okay. This is what I like to do. This is called the it's like when you pre-fire. You feel me? I do this a lot, and it's a real good tactic to get away with lying and shit. Which, that's unrelated. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but at the end of the day, people judge you by your actions, not by what's going on in your head. I understand that. I wonder, does he actually understand that? Or does he? Nah, whatever, bro. I'm always saying this because I want people to understand where I was coming from. This friendship started when I was 17-year-old within a friend group that we were both a part of. Again, everybody being friends with the 13-year-old, it doesn't make sense to me. But as time went on, I got too comfortable with certain things I wish I never said. I wish I never got caught. That's what I read. But again, maybe I'm being. See, like, there becomes less and less leeway and like less wiggle room based off the things you do and to what extent. He didn't touch nothing. I guess he ain't groomed, or there wasn't physical, I guess. But like, those messages are very clear. If I was able to get away with certain things, I would. Like, you're telling me he was saying those things, and let's say you're defending him by saying he never did anything with her. Do you genuinely think if he had the opportunities based off what he was saying that all it would have been was a friendship? All right, man. Whatever y'all say. I don't know why I'm assuming people are agreeing with him, but it's because Twitter though. That's the thing. I read Twitter comments, and they were agreeing with him or like defending him. And it's like, bro, that's fucking Twitter. Hope y'all appreciate it. I've made a whole new account for this bullshit. That was the truth. That was my mistake, and it's something I genuinely regret. Okay, buddy. I also don't believe that mistakes tell the whole story of who I am as a person. That's true. Your mistakes don't define you. But like, cool. It was a mistake, a real one, but I don't believe it reflects the person that a lot of people have spent the last couple. But I don't believe it reflects the person that a lot of people have spent the last couple weeks describing online. I don't even know if you worded this right, but sure. But if you're trying to say, like, that's cool, bro. Like, if I go rob a bank, I can't just come out here and be like, I don't really feel like I stole, though. I feel like, it's like, come on, man. One thing I realized through all this is that intentions aren't everything. How old is he? If H was 13 and now they are 16 or 17, whatever, 16. So this was 3 years ago. And 4 years. Okay, she's 20. I made that way more difficult than I should have. 20 years old. And it took you that long to realize that, like, if I want, all right, but it's whatever. You can generally mean well and still make mistakes. All right, so he meant well in his messages. Okay. You can care about someone and still handle things the wrong way. Nobody thinks you don't care about her. You just care about her in a weird way, bro. Hey, look. It took him till he was 20 to learn these things. I hope, if you're younger than 20, that you're listening to this and it doesn't take you that long. Now, you learn from his mistakes, even though you probably already knew this. But that's probably the hardest part for me to accept. For a long time, I looked at my intentions and thought that was enough. It wasn't. These last couple of weeks have forced me to take a hard look at myself. I've never been through anything like this before. For years, I've been used to people judging me based on my I'm sorry. It's just like, why are we bringing up Clash? But whatever. For years, I've been used to people judging me based on my gameplay, my performance, my results. Never had my personal life put under a microscope like this. I guess that makes sense. And honestly, it was embarrassing. It was shameful. It hurt. No. You having your personal life, that's not what's embarrassing. That's not what's shameful. And that's not what hurt. It's what you did. Like, if my personal life gets put under a microscope, it's really just boring. So, like, there's nothing there. But I digress. Not because people were criticizing me, but because a lot of those criticisms came from mistakes I actually made. Thank you. I agree. And here's the thing. Like, if he ends this by saying, I did X, Y, and Z, I'm right, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make up for it and to never do it again, cool. If he ends this by denying X, Y, and Z without substantial evidence, at least stronger than the evidence presented against him, let's go re-up on the on the screenshots. Alright. Good night, cutie. That's all I needed to see. Came from mistakes I actually made. There's a certain feeling that comes with seeing people, with seeing one of my lowest moments. Oh my god, seeing one of the lowest moments of your life on display for the entire world. Chud. People who have never met you, talking about me right now, never spoken to you and know nothing about you, suddenly feel like they know exactly who you are. Well, I know what you aren't. Actually, that doesn't even make sense. I know that you said this, and I know you said this, and I know you said this, and I know you said this. But hey, man, I guess what's like I feel like well, how'd it go? You should know them by their fruits, kind of thing. But keep it pushing. Anyways, at the same time, I understand that my own actions are what put me in a position in the first place. He's doing decent right now. All right, a lot of like I understand that he can't just come on here and be like, even if he was to take full accountability, it's kind of hard for him to be like, yes, I X Y and Z. I'm doing X Y and Z, and my roommates are here, so I'm trying not to like scream into the mic, telling myself I'm a better boss. You know what I'm saying? But for the first time in a long time, I was forced to stop looking at what my intentions were and start looking at what my actions were. Okay, I was gonna say it may seem like he's doing a lot of like deflecting or whatever, and he is, but you gotta understand that he genuinely did not see a problem. I mean, no. Let me not like defend him, but like people who do certain things don't see them the same way normal quote unquote people do. What he was doing, he did not see the same way I do, or obviously he wouldn't have done it. So this is, I guess, him destroying his old thoughts and reinforcing the truth, which is that shit's fucking weird, right? Anyways, start looking at what my actions actually were. That's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's brutal. Yeah, whatever, bro. But if it's necessary, yeah, if you actually want to grow from mistakes instead of just making an excuse for them. At the end of the day, I'm not writing this for people who have already made up their minds about me, bro. I'm literally trying to see if you're like locked, if you're like, you feel me? Anyways, if you already decided who I am, there's probably nothing I can say here that's gonna change that, and I've accepted that. Okay. This is my job as a chud who inserted himself in here just for views. I have to be objective. I can't let my personal opinion take over. You have like what 10 lines to sway me, Mr. Mohamed. Like I'm writing this. Wait, is this actually the extent of it? I'm waiting for him to give the explanation because right now it's just intentions, and that's. No, whatever, bro. I'm writing this for the people who supported me over the years, the people who gave me the benefit of the doubt, the people who feel like they deserve to hear directly from me instead of hearing everyone else speak for me. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't expect everyone to. Oh, bet. No, fine. I don't expect. I mean, like, who am I to forgive this nigga? Bro, I'm not offended. I'm just weirded out. I don't expect everyone to agree with me. I know one message isn't going to magically fix all this. The reason I'm writing this is simply to take accountability for my mistakes, apologize when apology is deserved, and give people my perspective. Instead of saying, but I don't. What is his perspective that he died? That his intentions were different. Like his intentions were different. It's difficult to be judged by your actions, not your intentions. Is that literally it? If there's one positive thing I take away from this, and it's finally nice. For a long time, this sat in the back of my head. Now it doesn't. So he knew it was wrong. No, my bad. We're not trying to judge. We're trying to get to the truth. There's no wondering if it'll come back years from now. There's no feeling that I need to keep looking over my shoulder. As painful as this experience has been, it's also been given me the chance to face it, learn from it, take responsibility for moving forward. I can promise that I learned from. So he didn't explain how he's not. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. I can't find the actual thing. He said verbatim that people see me as X, Y, and Z, but I'm not. But I have yet to see, like, that's just not enough. You know what? People see me as a broke chud, but I'm not. I'm actually a millionaire, right? That's how it works. But look, hopefully he does learn from it, take responsibility, and move forward. But I don't know. I actually don't care, though. Like, I don't really, it is what it is. I can promise that I learned from this. I can promise that I'll carry those lessons with me moving forward. And it just, I'm sorry to, like, reiterate over and over, but it's just like, your word means nothing now. It just means nothing. It's just like, bro, you have to earn, like, your word meaning something, you feel me? Which I'm not the one who gets to decide that, but when it comes to my own opinion, I do, and I guess I'm just Whatever, bro. I don't give a fuck. And I can promise that nothing like this will ever happen again. Again, cool, bro. I promise I'm gonna have $1 billion by tomorrow. I can't change the past. That's true. I can't take back mistakes I've already made. That's also true. All I can do is learn from them, become a better man because of them, and make sure I never repeat them. Again, that's true. So, you know, I guess I just hope that actually happens. To everyone who supported me throughout the years, thank you. To everyone I disappointed, sorry. To everyone who took the time to hear me out, thanks for listening. Honestly, the only thing I can say to that is there's no point in like just keep fucking beating down on it. Like, I also realized the Clash Royale community is fucking losers, or at least Twitter, on Twitter. But yeah, there's no point in like ODing it, bro. It's just like, let's just hope he's being honest. How many pages is this one? Oh my god, this video, it's already like an hour, bro. Come on. My experience with Mohamed, like Olivia, aka Pang, aka where's my mouse? This is gonna be a long. I'm dead ass finna speedrun this long, super unorganized document with a lot of text. I wrote this all in one sitting with no proofreading. If you're looking for evidence, you won't find that here. All right, not playing. I'm running this document a day after. Also, mind you, this is still a minor, so like I'm not saying take everything with a grain of salt, but like again, I saw something where it's like the victim was like, "Oh, I wasn't groomed." I don't know if that was like if she still believes that or not, but like I'm not gonna cap. Like I said it before, you can be a dumb victim. Anyways, I'm writing this document a day after Nate's document dropped as the story was shared with my without my consent in light of recent disputes on social media. I would have preferred to keep things private and move on with my life, which is honestly fair because anything that like this, like it just becomes 10 times worse when it's on the media. But it's also like I don't think you can tell the difference between like super hell and super hell. You know what I'm saying? Like super hell was what he was doing. It going on the internet is like super hell. You feel me? Like either way, it's fucking shit. I would have preferred to keep this private. Yada yada yada. It's impossible to share my version that since this is now impossible, I will share my version that is written not for the purpose of winning a Twitter argument. Yeah, you have to win my I don't know, bad joke coming. I was gonna say you have to sway my opinion. That's what matters. Anyways, before I start, I do not look at the document known as the Mohamed Life Files. Nor that I contribute to writing anything in that document, so I'm not exactly clear on what is included in that document. There will likely be no reference to anything in that document here. Everything I say in this document is based on my own personal experience and may be riddled with my own personal bias, and it's impossible for my statement to be bias free, given my position in the whole situation. I wrote this entirely on my own without any input from people directly involved in this situation. Okay, I know. Take it. Okay, I'm not trying to be like a contrarian or whatever, like always bringing up the whatever. But like, what if this isn't true? Like, he said that. Also, he's a loser, by the way. I learned a little bit about him. Anyway, he said that she was willing to be like, yo, she was willing to come out and be like, oh, that's fake. I was just doing it for attention. So like, what's the chances? Let's say she defends him in this, and then let's say 5 years, 10 years down the line, she's like, holy shit, why did I ever do that? And then, you know what I'm saying? So a grain of salt is what I'm saying, but I have to go with what I know to be true, which is this, I suppose. Everything, she said no evidence, so again, it's whatever. And I already saw something. I saw this that said he never attempted anything sexual, which I guess that's the direction this is going, but it's fine. I am defending. Again, I don't really gain nothing whether or not he's a PDF. Like, I already got the title, thumbnail. No, I'm playing. But it's just like, I just don't like seeing stupid shit. Like, I don't like seeing stupid shit and then it being justified, whether it's by the victim or the assailant. I don't know what the right term is, but anyways, I just want to turn my side and let others form their opinion. I think the main thing people want to know is whether or not Mo groomed me. How can I answer this? As from my experience, people have very different definitions of grooming. Okay, but you can use your definition and then answer it. And then if I don't like your answer, not playing. But like, I understand, I get it at least, but it's just whatever. And I'm not sure I'm educated enough on the topic to definitively say he's grooming me or not. You know what? That's honestly the best answer. I would just give my personal story on the situation. People can make judgments from there. Okay, I love making judgments. I do want to say I do not believe he is a PDF. I feel that term is thrown around too loosely. I agree somewhat, but I also don't really like. I think by definition, a PDF is someone who likes someone under 12. So like if a 30-year-old fucks with a 15-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people who go that angle are weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say you're immediately one of those just because you say something like that, but you're already weird. But I don't think it's. I think it's just like I think he's attracted to minors, bro. I don't know. Not maybe he's not specifically attracted to X, Y, and Z, but like what's that one joke? When I was younger, I used to like grape juice. Now I like wine. I don't drink though, but like in theory. And when I was younger, I used to like when I was 11 years old. When I moved was 11 years old, I liked 11-year-old girls. Now I like adult women because I'm an adult. Only though, but like right now, like I like grape juice and wine. I think Mohamed he likes grape juice and wine, if that makes sense. All right. Anyways, I first met Mo in the middle of 2022 in a group setting. I believe I was 13. He was 17. Right. At this time, he had a girlfriend he was very devoted to. Something me and other friends would make fun of him later on. He would also send her in music which became subject to mockery. Cool, I guess. So I guess this is the infidelity talk too. It's always people cheating with little kids too. It's never just fucking talking to little kids. It's always like a little extra spice on top of it. By this time, we were mostly friends, just through a friend group, and I never attempted to make a move on me, and we even agreed that we didn't see each other more as friends. How do you even get to that point, though? Like, I don't have any friends at all, but I've had interactions with the opposite gender, and you don't just like have to clarify that. Oh yeah, let's just be friends, unless you like one of the parties attempted to be more than that, whether it was directly or indirectly with like things they say. Like you don't just whatever. I see you as a good friend. Same. Yeah, but how does that come? How does that like like did she ask what did you see me as, or I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I wish there was more context. Like this isn't. This is like what is that? I don't just be texting my homeboys. Be like, man, you're a good ass. Maybe I do, but I don't be like I see you as a good friend. I'd be like, man, you're a good friend. I don't know. It feels like he's not acknowledging her as a friend, but he's clarifying, and it's just like, why do you ever have to clarify? I don't know. 6 more pages. I'm finna speed run. Or 4 more, whatever. And around May of 2023, I left the friend group and we didn't speak until August 2023, whatever, where we again found ourselves in mutual friend Discord server and reconnected as friends. Around December 2023, he told me his girlfriend wanted him to block me, to which I understood, and he blocked me from that. Whatever. I'm including this part to affirm that no, he hasn't been grooming me continuously. Okay, you know what? That's fair. But like, that also doesn't really matter. like, I've had situationships where we would talk off and on for like 2-3 years, but like, nigga, we was on the same time, and every time we got back to it, like, it's like almost like everything that I had, all the conversations didn't like just magically go away. So if I were talking for, let's say, a year, but over the course of 5 years, he still would have, in theory, if allegedly, groomed you for a year, but it's whatever. We had on and off friends during the time. He never crossed any boundaries. So when did he actually? All of these, none of these have dates. That's tragic. They probably said it in the original, but I don't give that much a fuck. Oh, wrong one. In October 2024, we found ourselves again in mutual friend Discord servers and became friends again. In July 2025, he confessed he had a crush on me. That's a year ago. She's 16 right now, so she was 15 and he was 19. 15 and 19. Yep, sounds about right. I think this might have been a rebound since he had recently broke up with his girlfriend / fiance. Holy shit. And you know what, bro? I don't feel for him because I'm a bad person. But if I was a better person, maybe I would. But I don't understand him either. But I can. Okay, let's just say understand. I can see why. No, we're not gonna say understand. I can see why this happened because he has a fiance, probably in multiple years, at least till 20, like at least 4 years, I think. He's planning on getting married. And that obviously doesn't go the way he wants. Then that ends up with him I guess being in a dark place. And said dark places leads to things like this. Also, if you're like paying attention to what I'm doing with my mouse, like there's nothing. I'm just bullshitting. I'm just bored. Anyways, many years and I was there for him as a friend. I rejected him since I never saw him as more than anything as a friend. I never saw him as anything more than a friend. Holding on to what I said in 2020. After this, he would randomly try to instigate fights by lashing out at me over events that occurred months earlier that I had already apologized for, or just ghost me randomly, like try to make me feel bad on purpose. It was also around this time where he began to flirt with me, saying things like how he was so excited to meet me at the Worlds. So nothing flirty until 2025. Way worse. It's just like I'm just trying to say essentially like, bro, pre-ordered. That's my point. And again, it's like his girlfriend made her block her. Muhammad Light's girlfriend made him block her. So, like, I don't know. Unless he's just the type of girl who blocks everybody, who has to block everybody. But, like, if I had a girl who was even on that type of timing, I know for a fact she wouldn't be intimidated by a 13-year-old if I was 18 at the time, because, like, that's not her competition, bro. Like, even if, like, everybody else isn't, but, like, especially a 13-year-old, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. Or just saying that he was so excited to meet me at Worlds, calling me cute or pretty despite only seeing my face 3 to 4 times in okay. Like, come on now, bro. Despite only seeing my faces 3 to 4 times in old photos. So we can assume that means 13-ish. Maybe. Bro, younger than 16, younger than 15. Let's say 15 at the most. 13 to 15-year-old. And he's 19, 20 at the time. 19, or he's anywhere from 17 to 20. So, yeah. Nice. After I rejected him, he said he wanted to take me out to dinner to World Finals, to which I told my parents. Told him my parents would never let me, but truthfully, I didn't feel comfortable being out alone. Thank God. He did not ask me for photos or anything like that. And, you know, this is why I'll say, like, it's like a spectrum, bro. You know, like, I'm on a spectrum of, not fine. But, like, this dude, also, whoa, I just realized, I was going to say, like, I was making like, an autistic joke, all right? I'm not on this spectrum in any way, shape, or form. But, anyways, like, you can tell that he's just lustful, bro. He's just lustful to the point where he's able to cross the boundary of the age boundary. Because it goes back to, he didn't ask for photos or anything, because he's not at a point where his brain is able to just act like it's completely normal. He knows it's wrong, but he doesn't care enough, right? It's that lust, man. Some people, hey man, ask why I didn't do anything when he started flirting with me at the time. I was extremely afraid of being too sensitive, right? This makes sense. On social media, from my friends, saw many stories about girls being oversensitive. Reality, since is that insensitive to, like, I don't care. Since I reacted sensitively to small things in the past, I thought my feelings of discomfort were just simply me being sensitive and that it was normal. Yeah, man. Y'all gotta, I don't know, man. It's like I'm trying to compare it. I'm trying to, like, give her grace, but, like, I just compare it to myself at this age, and I'm not gonna say this dumb, but I just was not this naive, I guess. I was still pretty fucking naive. That's the thing. But anyways, he's also one of my closest friends. I never felt brave enough to directly confront a friend, preferring to avoid conflict. I did tell him twice that I was uncomfortable with his saying, but he continued regardless. Like, that's just, I don't know. At World Finals, I really only saw him for around 10 seconds on day 3, where we exchanged greetings, but then he had to go backstage. That was all the interactions we had in that Atlanta. Anyways, after World Finals, I made a tweet on my own Twitter account that said how to set boundaries without being rude. He confronted me about this tweet as one of the followers sent it to me. And how did I just whistle? Never mind. And then he told me, alright. Then he told me it hurt too much to be friends with me. No, I don't like him back. And that he was flirting with me in an attempt to get me. What? He's flirting with me in an attempt to get me to block him, as he didn't want to be the one to block first. Holy, bro. I don't know what's worse, the LRIs or the illegal shit. Obviously, the first one. Anyways, he did block me first. We stopped talking for about a month.
as I had exams, fucking, because I'm a child. I deleted social media apps to focus on my exams because I'm a child. During this time, I confided some details of my friendship with Mo to a friend since I thought I could trust him. As he asked for context of the tweet I made prior, I will admit some of these details may have been exaggerated words of an emotional teenage girl. Anyways, no one really knew. No one else really knew these things except for some of my friends from that tell anyone until June. So no one was like sitting on this information or anything like that. Anything like that. Also received information that Mo had been indicating to our mutual friends that I was the one who liked him. He didn't like me back. Most likely to save face. Neither he nor I spoke about these events to outsiders, so I confided in some friends in November. Okay, November. That's when people like Big Nate or whatever the fuck figured it out, roughly. Alright? But realistically, let me think. It probably takes at most a month or two to build a RICO case. Alright? So, if you knew for any time longer than that, I hope you have a good ass reason for not saying anything. I understand her wishes and whatnot, but like, I feel like you can still do something. At the very least, why didn't you talk to someone at Supercell or something along those lines? Like, you don't have to, like, bro, honestly, if you really cared, you would put even more effort and you would spend even more time to make sure nobody finds out about or never hits the internet. I mean, it's gonna hit the internet either way. But, like, anyways, afterwards, in December, he informed me that he had moved on and apologized, which I accepted. And since December, he had not made any advances. We were no longer as close friends. In March 20th. Okay, I thought it was like a racist joke, but it probably is, to be honest. Like, wait, why is she like dropping this? It's not know it's a kid. Is she just dropping this irrelevant ass fucking information? Oh, I guess she says he spent $120 on him. Seems cool. Which is wait, what? You didn't talk to him for months, and he groomed you, and he accused you of flirting with him when he was flirting with you when you were a teenage girl, but you sent him $120. You were groomed. No, I'm playing. I'm not playing at all. Like the fact that she did this. This is like the equivalent of like when you're like in love with a girl who's just absolutely doing you the worst way. Which, yeah. See, that's why I can kind of sadly relate to that. You feel me? Story time coming soon, I guess. Nah. But after this, I finally gave him my address. Holy shit. I'm finna make a video called How to Not Get Groomed 101. Yeah, I'm finna do that. I'm putting that in my notes. After this, I finally gave him my address. He wanted me to pay back for the mug. Bro, give him your cash app, alright? He didn't tell me what he bought until he made the purchase. He sent me gifts including chocolates, AirPods, perfumes, and a keychain. Cool. I didn't feel super comfortable receiving gifts, expensive, raised. He assured me he was okay, grateful, criticized, thanked. But okay, I don't really think he had bad intentions, but I also think here's the thing, bro. You gave him an inch and he took a mile. A normal person would have said thank you, and maybe they would have waited till it made sense to send a gift back and then did so, or they sent like one thing back. Chocolate, bro. She sent you a meme bomber mug, and you sent her a fucking care package, a hoodie, and a keychain. Perfume, bro said. Never mind, bro. Fucking. It's not funny. It is. I'm sorry. Yeah, from December, I think everybody in this situation is either dumb or a loser and or both. And I think, I mean, she's a minor, so she gets grace, honestly, because I was stupid. Shit, I'm still fucking stupid, but like not this type of dumb. But like at that age, I was probably, I wasn't getting groomed. Anyways, from December up until I don't really think he had bad. Okay, but I also don't trust my job. I didn't read this part. You know what? Respect. All right, this is what I'm saying. You know what? For a 16-year-old, not the dumbest. At least, never mind. Whatever. From December up until June, he hasn't made any advances towards me. Even told me he was talking with a girl, which I was happy for him. I just don't understand. Like, okay, if they're still friends, is that weird? I think so. But like, is it weird? Like, is it wrong? I don't know, man. Leave a comment. Nobody's watching. And you wish the best for any future relationships that I might get to. I ain't gonna lie, I be watching my own videos. I'm not watching this one. It's been too long and it's AIDS. I don't even want to edit it for real because, like, I'm gonna have to go through all this again. And I wanted to post it. I wanted to post it today, but like, holy shit, I don't know if I could take this much. I might post something else today. Anyways, in June 2026, as everyone reading this part knows, allegation rose that Mohamed
when traded with Heisenberg. Apparently, this dude too is and Nate and Moan got into a public beef. During this time, the friend who I confided in November and was no longer friends with starting in January leaked screenshots that I sent him to others, including Nate. These screenshots eventually made its way to others, spread. Okay, I told a mutual friend, both me and that friend, that wished that he would stop, as I did not want a private situation between me and Mohamed Light made public. He did apologize, but eventually went back on his apology to help create a document. After the screenshots made their way around, Mo got extremely mad at me, and I offered to help, and he called me a disappointment. Let me think now. So it seems like it wasn't like. It seems like. I don't know. Mo got extremely mad, offered to help. I normally respond to Mo and stay away from most people affiliated with him. Later, Nate messaged me telling me that the people were working on a document, that someone was providing document makers with a screenshot, which I knew had to be that friend. Nate asked me for permission to work on a document. I told him I really didn't want anything to be published, and I had already moved on from the situation in December. Nate was on. See, here's the thing. I understand she's the one, I mean, I hope the only primary and sole victim, but like, it's at this point, it becomes bigger than just her. All right, like, obviously the main goal is her safety and whatever, not whatever, but you get me. But also, it's like the safety of others, because what's like, if this never came out like she wanted, like if this all stayed under wraps, I guarantee you, what would come out is a mugshot. You feel me? So it's like it's a tricky little situation. And also, that said, I feel like the people who did expose this, it was less about, the future and what this could become, and more about Mohamed like when trading. But I digress. Later, Nate messaged me telling no. Nate was only one of the documentaries who asked for my consent, which I didn't give. I'm sorry, that's kind of fun. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody in this situation kind of fucked. He told me he respected that he'll let the whole thing go. But next time I know, things I told people in confidence ended up in a document that Nate most likely posted out of anger. Exactly. Nate did not know all along. I think his tweet where he was starting to expose Mo was just an empty threat. That's interesting. Honestly, I've been having this in the back of my mind, but I think this is just like a group of weirdos. Not weirdos. All right, I think there's a group of people who operate in ways that I just cannot fathom fundamentally. In other words, weirdos. No, like, I don't know. I think it's just people who, I don't know. Like, I used to think this is like every Discord group, but after using Discord a little bit, I found that it's not. But when I used to think of Discord, this is the type of shit I imagined. People who seemingly don't know how to interact. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's what it is. It feels like everybody in this document isn't a real person. That they grew up on the internet and that retarded. I don't know, bro. And that, it's just fucking retarded, bro. Honestly, it's just, I don't know, man. It's like not parasocial. It's like, I don't know. Everybody just needs to go outside more. Unironically, it's the damn phones, like I said earlier. Nate did not. Yeah. Anyways, from my observation on the Crash Royale community, no one's really doing anything for justice, including me. This is all for LARP. I mean, for views. That's cap. But who the fuck is moves? Like, who? What am I gonna do? You get me? Like, too many fence sitters and too many people who just, like she said, wants clout, hating on others, and when this is another one, niggas just want to win arguments. To the doc makers, I thought I said I hate you, but I'm just disappointed. I hope your 15 seconds of fame and paid Twitter beef was worth it, and I wish you the best in life with your life. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that Mo said a lot of things like, oh, this helped him learn. He even said, I appreciate this coming out, so I never have to worry about it, and I know that I can grow from it. Like, it should have came out no matter what, right? Like, this should have came out no matter what. And it just goes back to, like, it's bigger than just H. I forgot her name. Anyways, please, am I almost done? Thank you. My friends, I'm acting like I have to read this. I just want to click the X, but we're already this far. My friend showed me a screenshot questioning why Nate was also friends with me despite my age. Exactly. I wouldn't say Nate and I are close friends. We've been part of some mutual friend groups. I think he's overall a good person. Either Nate or I know anyone else involved in the whole thing, apart from Mo, of course. Has there never been weird to me? Again, we'll never know for real, because her definition of weird might not be our definition of weird, never mind. But anytime I say never mind, just know that something came to my mind, and for the sake of not getting canceled or being canceled, Yeah, so pretty much, who knows? Maybe there is some other shit, but I don't, honestly, I regret kicking on this, and I don't want anything to do with this whole situation, and yeah. I want to say I'm innocent in this whole shit. Oh, what? I did tell the wrong people the wrong thing, which eventually led to this whole situation. There are many things that I have done wrong, and I apologize to everyone. And I have learned now not to trust people too easily. I wouldn't say anyone in this whole situation is in the right. For me, to Mo, to Nate, to my fake friends. Yeah, I agree. But honestly, no. I'm not saying just because she's young, she gets grace, but like she gets full grace, but like, bro. But like when I was younger, I used to like drink juice out the carpet. You feel me? So like, not 16, but like younger. You feel me? So like, bro, we all did stupid shit. Anyway, and honestly, this is pretty mature for 16. Actually, is it? I don't know. 16, I was a fucking. Never mind. It's not about me, fucking bitch. That was to myself. I was calling myself a bitch. Alright, just to clarify. Anyways, I think I'm gonna get canceled by the end of this. But from me to Nate to one of my favorite friends, honestly, I really don't. I don't really think I'm a poor victim, but people keep telling me I am. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. I don't feel like I got notion. And the thing here, right? It's like we can't really not respect your opinion, but like again, everything's with a grain of salt because you're 16. I'm not saying 16-year-olds can't think or whatever. The only reason I'm taking it with a grain of salt is because she very clearly has certain misconstrued perceptions on this whole situation. I don't know if the whole picture in her mind is kind of fucked up, or if it's just like certain things she just can't like. Man, moving on. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But I don't feel like I got emotionally manipulated or anything. If people knew they were getting manipulated, they wouldn't get manipulated or anything like that. I lead a relatively normal life, and Mo and I never got into a relationship other than people not pause. Period. Other than people not turning out to be who I thought they were, I haven't been affected much, which is great, honestly. I don't really wish for this situation to get dredged on up further. I like dredged. It's a cool little word. I've already moved on. I'm going to college, even if it's just community college. Okay, so at least graduated. But they said she was still a minor, so maybe she's like ahead. I don't know. I'm just posting this because I've seen a lot of misconceptions flying around, and I want to, whatever. Update, I heard Mo apologize. I've already moved on. I'm still going to share this because I feel like both sides, I read our diagnosis and problem. Okay. Mo never touched anything until the middle of 2025 when he was 21 and I was 17. Okay, now that finally I have freaking concrete freaking dates. And let me just say this. Anybody who's like, oh, that's not that weird. 17, bro. 17. You gotta understand. 17. Alright, honestly, I'm not gonna go into too much detail about the age gap. Alright. Because the thing is, she's a minor and it's big enough that it matters. Alright? If this was like 20 and 18, it becomes. It's just as weird. It's just as weird because of the shit he said. If it was 20 though, 20 and 18, 20 and, 19 to 17, right? Because 19 is young, but like, you've been graduated for like a year or like 2 years, a year and a half at least. You feel me? So it's like, and like me personally, at 17, I had graduated. I graduated early, I think. Yeah. I graduated at 17. So, like, I technically I had experienced the same amount of life as well, I guess since I don't know. But I experienced the same amount of life as an 18-year-old, and the 18-year-old is technically legal. But, like, honestly, I don't even think 18 should be the legal age for certain shit. I honestly don't think we should be doing sure. I don't know, bro. Anyways, we remain friends, albeit not as close after December. It's still weird. That's the verbatim. If you do disagree, that's your opinion, but you're weird too. But that's my opinion. We were still part of the same friend group, mostly discussing Clash Royale stuff. And how good do you think she is at Clash? Like if you're in a friend group of Clash with Mo Light, you must be pretty tough, especially at like 13. I'm losing a point. Oh, I know. I've heard his name before. Who is that? I'm not doing any more fucking research, I promise. I will not say I had any other experiences with any of any relevant Clash Royale players, even SK555. That's low-key a crazy prefix, or like pretext to say even. Like, who is this nigga that she has to clarify? Even him. But who, although did turn out to be a really weird and messed up person, he didn't do anything to me specifically. Cannot confirm the same for. Oh, okay. I condemn what he did to other girls. However, in my opinion, throwing around the name of someone who is not his victim nor anyone else is only sure to Who stories? Yeah. I don't have anything against numbers. Whatever. I don't hold anything against anyone anymore. That's just a chapter of the past out, and I wish never happened. We can only move on. I won't make any updates to this document past this point. I will be leaving the Twitter after I post this. Honestly, yeah, that's the best thing you can do. As I said, it really be them damn fucking phones. Going back here, I guess we can read the I'll say this. This is, in my opinion, a weird response. You didn't make an apology, but you did. Yeah, but it's like, that's like saying someone robbed the bank. You didn't have to go to jail, but you did. The other option is fleeing from the cops or like offing yourself. Like, what else are you gonna do besides go to jail? Like, if you didn't apologize, then cool. You just did everything, and like, the bar is low. I feel like them girls on TikTok, like, they be like, that's the bare minimum, but like, it really is the bare minimum. Took accountability. You are right. When some people have made up their minds of what kind of person you are, but everyone can change. It is a double-edged sword at the end of the day. He would have gotten shit whether he apologized or not, whether it's sincere or not. Low. That's how the internet is, which is facts. But why are we acting like he? Okay, no. That's facts. That's 100% facts. But he would not have got any flack at all if he just didn't do it in the first place. You started this all because of a choked finish, and now trying to mend things with him. I don't care about your response, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. You're definitely see, like, some people are just like this is what she meant by winning. Like, people just want to argue. Nigga, shut the fuck up. He was a man enough to admit his fault and apologize to everyone. Shame on you, Nate. Shame on you. Man, people are. I'm so glad that I'm past the point in my life where, like, look, when I was her age, my biggest problem was, like, I would see shit like this, stupid ass comments, and I would feel the need to, like, argue with every single one of them. But I did not mean to do that. I'm guessing there's no replies to this one. Yeah. Honestly, chat, that's fucking it. I can't even. Whatever I said. And hopefully one day in the future, if I become a big little tuber, I don't like interact with any of these people, because I will stand on what I said. But yeah, y'all, that's it. Baiting minors into basement tech. Minor bait professional. His favorite deck is long. I haven't liked dislike. I don't think I've disliked the video in forever. The only way I dislike videos is like clickbait and shit. Let's see though. I just want to bring this to y'all attention. I'm not trying to say anything, but this is kind of funny to me. Oh, like, was right. Ken, what do you mean by that?